Before there were vast cities, towering skyscrapers, or sprawling marketplaces. Before caves were lit by lanterns and pixel art told stories, Minecraft's journey continued from humble beginnings. From the eerie depths of forever dirt canyons to quiet lakeside docks, from underground bathhouses to the first ever skyscrapers. Every block built in these early classic versions adds a piece to a growing world. We're picking up where pre-classic left off, exploring the early classic phase from 0.0.2a through 0.0.13a, crafting new landmarks, carving hidden homes, and building a city complete with a tourist attraction. This is the next chapter in Polyworld Forever, a stitched-together legacy of creativity, discovery, and the birth of a new Minecraft civilization. 5 additional themed maps to go with the original 4 from pre-classic. Welcome back, and here are my next 36 days in early classic Minecraft. We are here now in classic Minecraft. This is the classic phase, not the pre-classic phase. I think we're on this block here, so we're gonna commemorate. That's my spawn point for this world, which makes it number 6. That looks like a B. That does not look like a 6. That looks like a 6. So there we go. We can see the rest of the world. Well, we got our first house in this world. Still a little bit of a, a box house, but this is a box world. Now let's get ourselves a staircase. What if we dug underneath the ground on this one here? I have this crazy feeling this world's not going to save. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and build this walkway out here to what? I'm not sure. I mean, maybe once I start linking up worlds, maybe this walkway will link up to something. I'm not really sure at the moment. We could do a house. I kind of want to fill this in, but then it might be interesting to leave that there because who knows what shows up here on the other side. This kind of doesn't look right. This almost looks like a doorway, but it's not. Maybe if I block it off like this, I'll remember that I want to put glass here. I don't even have a name for this place yet. Well, okay, I guess. Alright, there's a couple there. Probably should maybe build something over here on this side. Okay, I think I found something. This looks nothing like the blueprint. It doesn't look like anything like it. It looks a little bit more like this. But you don't have very many blocks to use, so I don't have a whole lot of variation. Now to lay carpet down. It's a very hard carpet. It's stone. Well, maybe that's not too bad. That's a lot better than what it was. Yeah, I think that's better than what it was. Well, we got ourselves a little walkway. Almost looks like a bridge, but I was trying to give it a little bit of, shape to it. And you can put torches and stuff up here. And I don't know if I'm going to do anything over here with the 6 or not, or just kind of leave it out here in the wilderness. Yeah, I think I'll put maybe a couple of more houses out here. That's cool. The 2 little... they look like matchsticks. Wow, I got this walkway all the way over there. We got ourselves a little garden over here. So I suppose we probably should make a house. There is stuff that's going to spawn in here. I should probably make this solid. Well, I guess it's okay. So what is new with this update? Well, now there are caves. I love the neon grass. Does anyone like the neon grass? This looks a lot like the caves that we know that come later, huh? You could totally make this into like a staircase. I think we got lost. This is not where we came from. Okay, it was up here. Well, what do you think? Needs torches, but those aren't here yet. All right, so let's make an entrance to this thing. Yeah, I'm liking that. 3A. This would be like a cool place for a garden right here. Let's make a house or something here. No wonder Notch didn't like those. Those are ugly. This is where the water is going to be. Well, maybe what we could do, just so that I remember. There. I like that, actually. Guess we could explore and see if there's another cave somewhere. We do have a cave. Wow, look at this. Don't ask me which way we came from, because I don't remember. Oh my goodness. Hey, there's a way out. Actually, that's the void. Don't want to go that way. This tunnel could link up with the other tunnel. That was a pretty extensive cave system there. This is going to be our main little settlement right over here. Oh, yeah, it's got a little bit of a slant to it. It's got character. We're in the next version, which is 0.0.9a. That is... that sapling is just completely awful. I believe this is number 8 over here. Oh, I just realized this is 9, not 8. Well, I guess that kind of looks better. It's still not quite what I was trying to do based on the blueprints I was looking at. So I guess this is a back door, and then there'll be a ladder or something that goes up this way. Kind of not what I was going for, but I guess it will have to do. This is supposed to be a garden, by the way. It's supposed to be a walkway, and then there's supposed to be water there, and then wheat. We gotta make our number 8 over here. I just don't remember exactly where we spawned, although I can look back on the video and pretty much figure it out. There we go, we've got our number 8. And then after I look back at the footage, I'll figure out where it is that we spawned at. Well, I think we've got our pathway. Still don't have a name for this place. I will come up with that when we get to the next update. Yeah, so 11A, here we are. Yeah, well, you know what? Since I just got here with 11A, you know what? I'm going to put that over here, over on that wall, or maybe I should put it over here on this wall or something. I don't know, or put it on the house. Put it right up there. Nah, I don't think so. Alright, I think my 11A looks okay. I have an idea of something else that I want to do. I suppose that's not too bad. There's only so much that you can do with the limited blocks that we have, but that is supposed to be Star Fox from the Nintendo game. Now, what else are we going to do here? Okay, my wife has given me an idea of putting up a boombox. So I found something that I think might actually work. So I'm going to scope out a place here to put a boombox. I think I accomplished it. This looks pretty good. I just realized that our little farm here, we can put these. This was supposed to be a farm, so why not do a farm with these things? Notch is right. These things are ugly as sin. Well, okay. I guess that's a sort of kind of house. Well, there we go. We got ourselves a couple of houses. We've got our little block museum. Sort of. That's what that is. Yeah, a couple of houses. We got some ugly plants sitting there. We have a boom box. We've got Star Fox over there. We've got our walkway. Then we've got our mine entrance over here. We have a couple of buildings. Well, I thought it would be kind of neat to kind of turn this into kind of like a pixel art area. Now, I've been working offline a little bit, and right behind Star Fox over here is a creeper on a stick. I was thinking it's hollow inside, so you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to spawn monsters, and we can have ourselves a little mob farm. So how fitting would that be for this to be a mob farm? All right, so then I started working on this over here. There we go. Does everyone recognize that? That is Donkey Kong. Okay, I think I got it. I think we got one more thing to do here. There we go. Pixelville. We're in a new world that we'll be adding to all of the other ones. And that's because we've got some new terrain generation. There is now water and lava. But yeah, let's take a look around here. So now we're surrounded by ocean instead of void. So what are we going to do here? Well, we do have an island out there. Seems to me that we should probably connect it with a bridge. Well, we got ourselves a little bridge. Alright, we got the house here. I've built a pathway going over this way. Put some of these ugly shrubs around here. Got a little farm area here. And I was working on this over here. Well, it's a little different. Yeah, that's a little weird. I guess what we're saying is that I spawned right there on that. My 12A looks a little weird. Yeah, that's a little better. And I guess if we wanted to, we can have like another little office thing in here, maybe. A little weird, but a little different. I mean, heck, that could be an entrance to a mine, but the thing is that it's not really deep in this world. Okay, here we are in the next update and a whole nother world as well. This is 12A_1. we'll mark our spot here. Yeah, I know, it's kind of a weird statue. Something a little different. Okay, so we have a lot of lava that is generating. A lot more than what I was expecting. You can see it's transparent. It's a little orange. You wanted to see more of this anyway, right? Okay. Well, not quite done yet. I still want to do the roof, but we've got a little place where you can come out here and sit and just look at the lava. Okay, so here's our little lava watch house, lava lake watch house. Well, it's not perfectly even, but I think it'll work. I'm thinking about putting a house down here with like a little farm. Kind of neat. Make use of this hole here. All right, let's do a little tour here. Downstairs here, this is where the front door is going to be. This is going to be like a little garden right here. I'm thinking this would be a bed, and we got an upstairs here. So this would be like, you know, the sofa, little widescreen TV. Okay. And then we go downstairs, and then we've got the nether portal, which is going to go right here. Whenever we get to putting a nether portal in here, oh, that'll be neat. But yeah, there you go. There's a little tour of the house. I think it turned out really well. Let me think of something else to build here. We could put a couple of farms. We could put a farm here and a farm... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I am liking this a lot better. Got more room for plants and flowers. Let's go explore and see what is around here. Wow, we have ourselves a lava pool down here. This could be turned into a house or something. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, so I'm not really turning it into a house yet. There we go. We've got our first tunnel. I know. It just seemed like it made sense. What if this was like a town square? And this could be a fountain. If I put a water source here, you know, along the other sides, I think it'll come down, and it might actually look pretty good. I'm not much of a fountain person when it comes to building, but you know, I've said this before that I don't have a whole lot of blocks to work with, so I have to be creative. Well, a dock would look good there. The thing is, when I merge these worlds together, I don't know what's going to be out there, so that may not be a good idea. I was almost thinking about making a river or something. This is just begging for something to be here. Probably should be a little bit bigger, but yeah, 12A_01. Man, this could be like a little plaza, and well, there we go. The lakes are on the other side. I figure you can look down at the dirt. I don't know why, but you know, it's a natural wonder. I was trying to line this out with cobblestone just to kind of give it a little bit of a outline look. I think eventually I would probably put glass here so that way you can kind of see. I left this open for like plants or shrubs or something. I figure this might lead into, I don't know, a shop or something right there. This, yeah, this could be a big shop right here. Oh, maybe it could be a restaurant. So you could have 2 seats there. And then you've got this back out here, which could be a deck. Wow, we've kind of circled all the way around. Well, this is one way to start the video. And this is interesting. There's a cave. We could turn this into something. A water tunnel or something. I don't know. This will be a cool little way. Our little tunnel is done. I think I've done more with this map than I have the others. Help! 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 I'm down here! I'm not quite sure what I would do with this, but... Okay, well, we've got ourselves a pickaxe. I've seen people, they'll put like they'll put a holder or something on the side. I suppose we can kind of do that here. Let's I guess that will kind of hold it. Or maybe I should just take it off, I don't know. Okay, what else am I gonna do here? Well, I had thought originally about turning this all into wood, but then I'm like, you know what, let me put some grass there, that way we can put some plants as well as some plants over here. We've got a basic little house there. Let's set up some shops here. These are going to be more like concession stands. I don't know, I guess that kind of works. Okay, so this is a dock is what this is. It's not a bridge. Hopefully I'll remember that it's not a bridge. This is to remind me that I've got something going on here. Now what am I going to do? I don't know. I might take it down one more level and make this so that way there's underground houses or something. Little fountain. Nothing too spectacular. Put a little thing of water there and there. You get some plants off here to the side. Almost think I can squeeze one in here, but I don't think so. I'd have to say I like this. This is almost like a little area for like hobbits. And we got that thing right there. I am ready for the next update so we can start working on that, and I would say probably the next thing that we need to do, we got to get the version name up. And how about the name of the island? Steve is still out there. Okay, yeah, I think that works. Now it's time for the name of the place. There we go, Twin Lakes. I had thought about making this Twin Picks and making another pickaxe, but that's just going to be a lot more stuff. This is 13A. This is our 9th map, and this is going to be our last one before we do a merge. It's going to be our first merge out of many of them. And we have a new sapling, and I think that is not exact, but it's relatively close to what it is now. I'm kind of thinking it's going to grow a tree one of these days. It probably will. It'll look really weird. That's okay. Well, what do you think? That's a little different, right? There is my spawn. I lost track of how many spawns I've done. I don't think that's all that important. I just came up with 2 ways. There's the cliffs, and that is a lot of building space right down there. Wow. I was thinking we could do a concert hall. So we've got the stage area over here. You've got 2 sets of bleachers right there, with some nosebleed seats that are kind of tucked away up there, and there's a couple tucked away up there. And then this is the stage, and then this over here, you can kind of go downstairs, and this is the backstage area. It's not very big. And then I made this little house, which I was thinking this could be like for you know, one of the performers or something. You know how like they have trailers and stuff. And then I made this pathway going over this way. I want to go explore and see what else is around here. There we go. So when we get boats, we'll put a boat right here, and we can go on a little boat ride off this direction. Oh my, I didn't even see all this. Oh, we got an underwater cave. We would need to have glass, but imagine making a downstairs going through here and having glass right there so you could see underneath. Oh, that would be so cool. Eventually underwater life is going to be in here. But, oh, it could almost be kind of like an aquarium in a way. Oh, I wish we had signs. I'd put a sign on here saying, do this. Proposed. Really nothing out here. This is a neat area. So eventually this will connect up with one of the other chunks. I keep forgetting that we have these things we can decorate with. Don't have flowers, but we have those. That'll work. Alright, we've got some more that we're going to be doing. Gee, as a matter of fact, we can just go over here and start filling them up on the bleachers and stuff. So, yeah, there you go. Gotta have some Oh, they're already performing. There we go. This would make another great little house. And they're all going to go in here too, apparently. There we go. It's kind of like a little hidden there. But I wanted to make the inside a little homey there so that way you don't see the stone walls and stuff. Yeah. I think that works for me. Let's see where this goes. Apparently he found it first. Oh, I came back around. Did we check this out? Ooh. An underground pool. Okay, here we go. We've got our little underground pool. Or you could think of this like a bathhouse or something, you know? Cool. Then you can come upstairs. Then you go upstairs to the little main part of the house. There we go. Now we got a separate little bathroom. Bedroom. With a window. Right. I like it. This could be like another little common area. You know what? I just realized we don't have a farm. Something a little different. The water will go here in the middle. We could have torches here and there. Got this full space we can do something with there. Another dirt area. I'm gonna build some skyscrapers now. Since torches aren't a thing yet, there's no mobs yet, but holy crap, these things are gonna be spawners big time. Alright, how much further up can I go here? Alright, I found the top. And from up here, not everything is rendering, but I do see a Steve way out there just bouncing around. Yeah, I want to make this skyscraper. Wow. Now imagine when we get torches and I can sit there and torch the edges. I've never made a skyscraper. I think this one turned out pretty well. I didn't want it to be as tall as the other one. Trying to get a little bit of variety. But there's going to be a couple of doors here, and then there's a grand staircase. Then we got the top floor, and I thought getting some different windows on this one would give it a different kind of look here. And there we go. And I just fell again. Got to put something here. What do we put? This is kind of like a boardwalk or a main street or something. Could probably make more skyscrapers here on the other side, but definitely have more room for buildings. That really does need something on the top. I think I know what to do. I think that looks better. definitely can put like, one or two more buildings here. Probably two more buildings. I think we need some decorations here. Amazing how something as simple as this little sapling makes things look. I definitely want to fix all this. This is just bugging me like no end. You know, in many cases I like to be able to build around like how the terrain is designed to kind of, you know, preserve what was originally there. Wow, that looks a lot better. Maybe when I get water I'll just come back here and maybe put a lake or something. I was going to put more buildings, but no, a park would be great. There we go, 13A. And then we want to have the name of the village. There's the name. Tectonic. Well, I think it's time to get some decoration up in the form of some pixel art. I don't know if you saw that, but one of the bugs is you can place a block in another block. Look at this. There it is right there. You see that? So it's like I can replace it, but you're not supposed to be able to do that. Okay, well there it is. It's a plane. That was as high as I could go. Hey, what if I turn this into an excavation site? So, like, they came here and they dug it out. I don't know, maybe down the line I'll put glass or something around it, or a glass dome. It's hard to see the outline because it's all blending in with everything else. Change the outline. I wonder, though, if I were to go in here and change this to cobblestone. Yeah, that you can see a little better. There we go. You can see the outline a lot better, and plus I was able to get the propeller to stand out just a little bit more. They dug it out. Either that or the plane busted out of the ground. Looks like a huge creeper just made an explosion. You gotta admit, this is different. This is a different thing that we've done compared to the other maps, and maybe that's why the city is growing. Because this is like an attraction. It's like a tourist attraction. So I guess maybe we'll make a house or something over here then. Alright, here you go. Based off of a design that I saw that's not the exact blueprint. I thought, oh, they have kind of like a house with a thing on top and then a staircase going up to the porch. I thought that was kind of a neat idea. So this is going to be a happening town when we get back to it, but we are, I think we're ready to do a merge. One of our first merges in this series. One merge out of many. This was just the beginning. After 31 days in pre-classic, 36 days in early classic, and a total of 9 maps, I'm about to merge it all into one massive world, a 756 by 756 block megastructure, combining everything built so far. The story isn't over yet, and neither is the adventure. If you want to see how these classic worlds come together, hit subscribe and join me for the next chapter. Thanks for joining me as we continue to build my forever world from the earliest versions of Minecraft. What you saw today were just the highlights. If you want the full experience, check out the full episodes. A link to the playlist is in the description. Thanks again for being a part of my journey, and as always, have a killer awesome day.